Hi, I'm Hannah Wallace and welcome to FinextraTV, calling in to speak about the rise of the commercial market and off the back of their recent announcement about their European expansion into key Western markets is Raymond Gatcliffe, EMEA head of Citi Commercial Bank. So welcome, Raymond. Thank you very much for calling in.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you on. Now, this is a really interesting topic, right? Because there's no question that the commercial banking market is growing and will continue to do so. And the good thing from a bank perspective is that companies in this category often need a range of products, so there's a good scope to offer a variety of different services. And in short, there's money to be made, right? So what do you think are the demands and services that clients are after in this sector? And why do you think in the past it might have been underserved? Let's start there.
Sure, thank you. I think we come to this with a broad perspective based on our history in commercial banking in the EMEA region. And we have roughly around 5,000 clients and we serve them with 500 Citi bankers as of now. So that's our perspective across Central and Eastern Europe, Middle East. And recently we began our business in the UK and we've seen great uptick in that business over the last couple of years. And then we made a subsequent investment into the Nordics and we've seen that grow quite well. And that has encouraged us to look into Western Europe, which is really what we announced very recently, into those 6 new markets. And what we think around the value proposition and why our clients work with us is really because they need a few things. They need to have the benefit of scale globally. These commercial clients either already have international footprints or they have aspirations to be international. And what has happened really is that the number of international banks has actually shrunk since the financial crisis. And the opportunity for Citi is actually we have continued to invest, not only maintain, but continue to invest in our global presence around the world. And that has given us an opportunity to serve these clients who have these international needs. And I think one reflection of that is commercial clients require scale quickly, and some of them are tech startups, and those clients really need scale quickly in order to realize their aspirations. And therefore, they want a bank that can serve them in as many countries around the world as fast as possible in a digital way that meets their client experience expectations. So, for example, an industrial company like GE took 50 years to be in 50 countries. Some of these tech startups need to be in 100 countries in 3 years. Yeah. That's the level of speed that is required and the level of scaling up internationally. And because of our global footprint in 96 markets physically and serving another 70 markets, we are pretty much the only bank that can deliver that for them in that way. And therefore, we are really leveraging that value proposition for commercial bank clients, especially now in Western Europe, building on our prior experience and our prior presence in the region. So in addition to our presence in Central and Eastern Europe and Middle East, and more recently, the investment we made in the UK in commercial banking, and then in 2020 in the Nordic region, we announced this week that we would be investing in Netherlands, in Belgium, in Luxembourg, in Spain, Portugal, and Italy. And we look at this as a great complement to the success we've had in the UK and in Nordics as part of a Western European expansion.
Well, thank you so much for setting the scene for us there, and indeed a very exciting announcement from Citi Commercial Bank. So leading on from that then, how are banks changing to leverage these opportunities and what new business models do you see emerging then?
Yeah, absolutely. What we're seeing is that need for a digital experience. These clients expect that their banks are going to deliver an experience that is similar to their consumer experience through their apps. That is a difficult thing to do because many of the banks are working with heritage infrastructure and legacy infrastructure, and banks are having to change that infrastructure as quickly as they can in order to meet the expectations of commercial bank clients that want a global experience. They want it digitally, they want it quickly, and it has to be reliable. And that is what we are working very hard on in trying to improve that digital and client experience for our commercial bank clients in frankly around the world, and particularly in Western Europe.
So you're doing some fascinating work at Citi Commercial Bank then. So you've touched on this a little bit already, but I'd like to end on you highlighting some of the main trends you're seeing in the market, and also a bit more about how Citi is responding to these trends.
Well, apart from the improvement in our client experience and our digital engagement with clients, I think, banking is a traditional business, and these clients still need traditional services. So they need access to equity capital markets, debt capital markets. They need a global treasury and trade system that is seamless, that is a platform that they can rely on across the globe, that they are not relying on regional banks to stitch together a global footprint. And that really is the differentiator with Citi. So, I would say the needs are evolving, but some of them are really fundamental. And it's how you deliver those needs is really what's important to them. And apart from our global platform services and infrastructure and our physical footprint in many of these markets as really the global bank, we are also leveraging our global products. And as I said, whether that is working capital management, trade services, trade finance, equity capital markets, M&A or debt, those are the things that Citi provides globally on top of or complementing our global footprint. And that's a pretty unique proposition for commercial bank clients.
It is indeed unique, and I think it's fair to say watch this space. And I'm really glad we got a chance to catch up and for you to lead us into those exciting developments ahead. But Raymond, we'll leave it there today. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing your insights today.
Pleasure to be with you. Thank you.